Could the next car you buy cost more because of a delayed bridge, a failed oil auction, and a surprise defense shakeup? It may sound unlikely, but these developments could reshape North American manufacturing, energy markets, and the supply chains that keep factories running. Welcome back to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. Today we're breaking down 5 major stories, from cross-border infrastructure and oil production to fighter procurement and industrial diversification, that could influence everything from engine plants and trucking routes to the long-term competitiveness of the automotive industry. Number 5, bridge delay sparks new fears for North America's auto corridor. The delayed opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge between Windsor and Detroit is drawing attention across the automotive industry. Built to strengthen one of North America's busiest trade corridors, the crossing is expected to move everything from finished vehicles to engines, transmissions, and critical components. Modern automakers depend on just-in-time supply chains, where parts may cross the border multiple times before final assembly, so even minor disruptions can affect production and costs. Once operational, the bridge should add customs capacity, reduce congestion, and improve freight efficiency for trucking fleets. The message is clear: reliable infrastructure is just as important as a dependable powertrain. A smoother border crossing could help keep factories running efficiently and support more affordable vehicle production for years ahead. But transportation is only one piece of the puzzle. Keeping those trucks moving also depends on reliable energy supplies, and that brings us to the next major development. Number 4, Alaska oil flop. Energy expansion hits an unexpected roadblock. A recent oil lease sale in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge attracted far less interest than many expected, with only a small share of available tracts receiving bids. The outcome highlights the challenges of Arctic development, where companies must weigh massive investments, infrastructure needs, environmental reviews, regulatory stability, and long-term profitability before committing capital. Simply opening more land does not guarantee increased production. At the same time, Canada remains a key energy supplier to the United States through established pipeline networks while expanding access to overseas markets via the Trans Mountain Expansion and LNG projects. For the automotive industry, these trends matter because fuel prices and energy costs affect manufacturing, shipping, plastics production, and ultimately the cost of building and owning cars, trucks, and SUVs. Yet infrastructure and energy are only part of the broader story. National security decisions are also beginning to influence industrial planning and manufacturing priorities. Number 3, fighter fleet shakeup. Canada rethinks its defense future. Canada's fighter aircraft plans are drawing renewed attention after reports that officials have explored expanding beyond the previously announced 88 F-35s, with discussions including the Saab Gripen as a possible complement. While no final decision has been made, the debate highlights how modern procurement extends beyond raw performance. Governments now weigh life cycle costs, maintenance demands, supply chain security, industrial participation, and operational flexibility. A mixed fleet could pair stealth capabilities with lower-cost multi-role aircraft for routine patrols and training missions. Canada's growing cooperation with Saab on the Global Eye program also points towards stronger aerospace ties with Sweden. The takeaway is familiar. Just as automakers balance horsepower with reliability and ownership costs, defense planners increasingly value efficiency, resilience, and long-term sustainability alongside headline performance. And that raises an even bigger question. What if these defense decisions end up benefiting the automotive and manufacturing sectors as well? Number 2, defense diversification, the hidden engine driving future manufacturing. The bigger story may not be which fighter Canada buys, but how those purchases could reshape its industrial base. Large aerospace programs often generate engineering jobs, advanced manufacturing, maintenance facilities, and technology partnerships that last for decades. Many innovations born in aerospace eventually influence the automotive world. Lightweight materials, robotic assembly, precision machining, digital design tools, and advanced electronics frequently migrate into vehicle production, improving everything from fuel economy to factory efficiency. Global supply chain disruptions have encouraged governments to reduce dependence on single sources for critical technologies, and Canada appears to be embracing that philosophy. For automakers and suppliers, a stronger manufacturing ecosystem can create indirect benefits across multiple industries. Like a vehicle with redundant safety systems, diversified industrial capabilities can provide greater resilience when unexpected challenges arise. Before we reveal our #1 development, if you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Piston Pundit. It helps us bring you more in-depth coverage of the trends shaping the future of cars, trucks, and the industries behind them. Now, let's step back from the individual headlines and look at the overarching strategy that may connect them all. #1. Canada's diversification push, a strategy that could reshape everything. Stepping back, the most significant development is Canada's apparent push to diversify across transportation, energy, defense, and trade simultaneously. The Gordie Howe Bridge aims to improve freight movement, energy projects seek broader export markets, and defense initiatives emphasize flexible partnerships and industrial participation. That strategy mirrors a principle well understood in the automotive sector. Relying on a single supplier or component creates unnecessary risk. Modern vehicle production depends on engines, electronics, aluminum, semiconductors, batteries, and logistics networks operating in harmony. So, resilience matters just as much as efficiency. None of this suggests Canada is moving away from the United States, which remains its largest trading partner. Instead, policymakers appear focused on adding options while preserving existing ties, creating a more adaptable foundation for future economic growth and manufacturing competitiveness. And when you connect every development we've covered today, a much larger trend begins to emerge. Verdict: the big picture. North America's industrial future enters a new era. Viewed separately, a delayed bridge, a quiet oil lease sale, and evolving defense procurement plans might seem unrelated. Taken together, they paint a picture of North America adapting to new economic and geopolitical realities. For vehicle enthusiasts, these developments matter because they can influence supply chains, transportation costs, manufacturing investments, fuel markets, and ultimately the price and availability of future cars and trucks. Whether it's an engine block crossing the border for machining or aluminum destined for next-generation EVs, industrial resilience is becoming as important as performance under the hood. Now we'd love to hear from you. Do you think the Gordie Howe Bridge will significantly improve North American auto manufacturing once it opens? Should Canada pursue a more diversified defense strategy or stick with a single fighter platform? Will broader trade and energy diversification make the North American automotive industry stronger in the long run? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, be sure to subscribe to Piston Pundit and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest vehicle updates, industry developments, and deep dives into the technologies shaping tomorrow's cars and trucks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update. You can now check out any of the videos on your screen. There's plenty more to explore.